What's up? What's up? About to log in on Discord. So if you're on Discord, you can go to the voice channel. All right. All right, that's what's happening. Not sure who this is, but thanks for coming. Let's see. So, I'm going to log in. Let's see, is this video come out yet? Let me see. Log into the rated report real quick, just to review certain things. Hit update. That hasn't come out yet. But all right, here's what I'll do. My screen sharing is paused. Give some people some time to come in. Oh, sorry, I want to make it biggest pauses. I'll leave it this size for nothing. Oh, because I'm sharing. Hold on, let me see something. Stop sharing. Oh, hey, what's up, Tracy? Desktop. All
Hey,
right.
hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Amazing.
Nice.
I had a good week off from work, so it was refreshing. So I was ready to go back to the BS of work, I was ready for it.
Yep.
Yeah, so at least I'm able to trade when I'm at work, but to trade while you're at work, you have to like swing trade and then you have to be putting alerts and stuff, and
Right.
you kind of have to be safe with your risk level. So like today I jumped into this trade. Let me see. This trade right here. So I had an alert like that if we broke this high for me to like watch it and maybe even get in. I got in. I just got in right away. And I could have waited a little bit, but the reason why I got in, I only got in with one contract. So let me go to my Discord so you can see. And yeah, so Discord is a good place, a good community where we have a lot of participants. Like you can see right here. Like why does it show like that? Do I have to go like this? Hold on. Okay. Oh, yeah, so this shares all the screens. Okay. All right, so let me just keep doing what I'm doing. So yeah, so this is my Discord right here. I'll make this bigger. All right. Yeah, it's still good. So, you can see this where my bro's calling out plays. I'm calling out plays. Um, Other people are dropping different information. Like this dude, he made 238 today right before work, and he went in on DoorDash, and he alerted me this right before he went to class. I don't know if he'll be on this call today, but he hopefully he could really go into this play. But as you can see, he bought one contract for 90 cents, which is $90, and it ended up going to 264. So
No, that's awesome.
he was up 193%. Now, if you run it up to 200%, that's triple. So he almost tripled. And actually, I think he did triple because he ended up selling it a little bit later. But these contracts, if I go to them, right? So let's go over like the wins of the day. I think that'd be a good segment. Like what everybody did, the wins of the day. And like, I got to give them, this was a great trade, great call. So DoorDash, he alerted me to it, but the main thing was the walls, like the call wall. So if you can see, like the past 4 days, it's been going down. So today it gapped up, and you see it went up. It even broke the high from Monday, right? So it broke that high from Monday, and that's on the daily. But if you look at so if you look at it, it was 190. It closed at 191, right? 191, and you see it gapped up and opened at 194, came down to 192, and then it made a high all the way at 194.15 just to close at 198.60. If you look up here, it shows you like the open, high, low, close, because that really shows you where the momentum is at. So you can see it's been a shift in momentum where DoorDash been going straight down and then boom. So now, if you look at the option, I'll probably go on Robinhood and go over like some of the options. What was it? Or I should go right here. Where's Thinkorswim? So this is Thinkorswim. So
I've
I'm
been
gonna go.
jumping rank and I've been up lately.
Yeah, Thinkorswim on the computer is different, man. You got to get on the computer, bro. On the computer is where like that's when I be at home in this robe, really going in. But if I'm not at home, I'm barely using Thinkorswim. But so this is the demo, right? So if I go to the actual option that he played with, it was the $200 call for this Friday dash. So right here, it was this one $200 call. You see
I've
200
been shit.
right there in the middle. You see where it says 200. So I'm gonna add this.
I've
You're breaking up, bro. I can't really hear what you're
been
saying.
up lately.
What'd you say? But I'm just gonna show you this. So check this out. So this is the price level. And I'll even go down to like the 5 minute, just so you can see more details. So this is today, right? So if you look at today at 9:30, the $200 call opened up at 87 bucks, and it went all the way up to. Let me take away this line because I don't need this line. Hold on, let me make this a little cleaner. Wall studies,
Up lately.
and I'll zoom in, right? So check this out, right? So at 9:30, the $200 call. So I'm not gonna hold you. A lot of moves have been happening really quick, like right at open, like right after like price just opening, and then you see a lot of movement. So that kind of helps me because I have an alarm at work. As soon as 9:30 go, I can start looking, I can start plotting, I can start even buying real soon. But I already know I'm gonna be distracted, so I just gotta put parameters in place. But the main thing is these were 86, right? And at 10:40, they went to 440 today. So he got in at 90 and he got out at like 260, 270, maybe even 290, somewhere around here he got out. So that was a superb trade. And then he feels like, damn, he should have waited. But I'm like, you still did your 1-2. You still almost tripled your money in a day in maybe an hour or 10, not even in 9:30, 40 minutes. But he didn't get into like 90, so right here. Yeah, so I'm like 35 minutes. And that's the power of the market. But I know he got in just because the walls on Dash. And mind you, like the thing about the market is you have to make your choices. I think that's the hardest thing is making your choices and trying to choose the right thing because you don't want to waste your time and you don't want to waste your money. But I'd rather waste my money than waste my time because the worst thing is to get into something that doesn't move. Because at least if it moves against me, I can cut it. And then I can move on to the next play. But if I'm stuck in something now, I'm just holding, time's going bad, I'm holding, and it's like I'm not really gaining. What does this person say? Yeah. So yeah, so that was the place. So let me go back to the Discord. So yeah, yeah, I need to really because we get active on this Discord and I'm happy. Like it used to be just me, but it's not just me, as you can see, you know. And yeah, this was me today. What was this? Oh yeah, this is the PKG. This is the one I entered, and this is the chart that I showed. And that's the chart I'll go over after this. But he had puts on Verizon. He saw Verizon going down. Verizon did come down. You know, he played Boeing. So like I was saying, our mentor has like a report that he drops every week where he shows his trades and the trades of the week. And like we be taking some of those trades and he be hitting a lot of those trades. So if I was to show you or the member section, like so check this out, right? So this is a report that he puts out and he goes in where he has the whole thesis on the market, the option expiration, the whole theme. Because so basically, you want to grow your own funnel. You have a context. Like, all right, so what are my ideas? So I don't start on the charts anymore because you will get more edge if you have other things that lead you to the charts than you just trying to go start to the charts and trying to find reasons from the charts. You need a reason to bring you to the charts because that's how you have a much higher edge. Because the problem with patterns is that there's thousands of them. You know, there's thousands of patterns. So what's to say that this pattern right here is going to work? Like if I go to a chart and even this pattern right here, like, okay, it came down and then you see you made a long wick and then it shot up. Like, yeah, that is something that does happen a lot, but sometimes it goes the other way. Like if I could find an example, all right, not on this chart, but there's other charts, trust me, where you can find an example of where, let's say it's going up like this, you think it's going to bounce and it just keeps going down. You know, it happens. So the point I'm trying to make is what's to say like you seeing this or let me see if I go to like a smaller time frame. Some of them sometimes they have you'd be like, oh, that's a Head and Shoulders or something like that. But like, what's to say this Head and Shoulders is going to work? Because there's thousands and thousands of them, and thousands of them do work, thousands of them don't work. So I can't just bet on the randomness. I need to find more edge. So like I was saying, I don't start in the charts. So if I go back to the report you could see the first thing is to build an idea. And that idea was there's 140,000 puts sitting at the 595 price level. So options are so dope because options is literally the mathematical representation of the stock of the equities market. Because if you look at it, it's the most predictive most it has like the most data that forces the market makers have an obligation so it forces them to do their job and because they don't want to take an infinite loss so they got to do what they got to do but so if you go to open interest and you go to spy so check this out so this is the open interest right so this is how many contracts are at different price levels. So if you look right here, this definitely went down. Right now, this 595, if you look at it, there's 101,000 contracts at of the 595 puts. Does that make sense to you guys? Any questions? It's
Yeah,
confusing.
that makes sense. No.
All right. So the more puts there are at a strike at a price level, the stronger that level is. So a level of what you basically you say it's an abnormally high level, right? So if it's an abnormally high level of puts, that's support. It becomes support. It becomes the floor. But if you have an abnormally high number of calls, that becomes the ceiling, right? So now, no, so on Monday, if you look at the report, right? So I gotta go back to what we were reading, right? So you see it was 140,000 at the 595. This is the highest put wall in the last year. Like, and so you gotta remember options they expire every week, but the major expirations happen every month. So every third week of every month is a monthly expiration. The monthly expiration has the highest open interest normally and the highest number of volume. But now you have a weekly expiration that's not a monthly that got more than the monthly. You see what I'm saying? So you see how like it's like I'm becoming a detective in the market. I'm not. I'm really taking the idea and then I'm just flowing with it and seeing, okay, where is the edge? Where is the advantage? You know, where is the bias? You know, so basically he said, you know, eventually, you know, the market's going to go down. Mind you, this is on Sunday, so all this is from this past Sunday. So, you know, he tells you, you know, what a position, talks about, you know, the sectors to be in, like XLU, utilities, bonds, you know, but the main thing is what to do about this. And it's really about where the market's going. So right here, you see this? So he literally draws a roadmap of where he sees the market going, you know, and it's crazy how accurate he is. You know, it's not going to be perfectly exactly, but you got the main roadmap and you know what to do if it hits a certain levels. You know what I mean? So let's go to the actual chart, right? So let me go to SPY and I'm actually able to go to his chart too. So one feature is that I'm able to copy his exact chart onto my chart. So check this out. So this is exactly what you've seen, right? But look at how it played out. So far, you see it went up. Then it came down, it came down. Then it went up, then it came down. And this is where we are. And notice, right when we crossed this max pain, that's when we started going up. And hold on, is this the right one? Hold on. I think it's this one. Is this one? There's one that says put wall on it. I don't see it. Maybe it's because it's been broken. Yeah. Okay, so earlier, hold on, let me go to spot. Oh, right there it is. You see it? See that line that says put wall, 595? And it's right at the major pivot level. So this is a major level, but notice how we came exactly to the expected range. We didn't break below it, but it's just been following the same pattern. Not to say it goes to the same distance, but it's been following the same pattern, right? That's how he drew it on Sunday. Because it didn't go all the way up here, but it came down eventually. Because it's basically like it can go up, but if it doesn't come up to this level, the next place it's going is down to the next point. You know what I mean? So that's basically how I read it and how I see the accuracy. Because nobody knows going to know the exact level it goes to, but the main thing is knowing where it's going in the end. Where it's eventually going to make a stop at. That's what matters. So every week we draw the expected range because you learn from in options, it tells you, how much is it expected to move. So that's why I say like, so the power of the option market is that the option market is the most powerful market because the option market actually controls where the stock market goes. Because if you just trade and start, you can be like, it's going up. Well, all right, I just hold it forever. But everybody can know it's going up, but everybody can know by when it's going up. The timing, that's the most important thing. If you can time the moves, you got it. You really got it, and that's what my mentor focused on is really timing these moves. So you take this right, and then the main thing I was going to show you was the seasonality. So we made good money off the seasonality because as you can see, and I'll take these off for a second. So he said that the 20 going into 20th, and after the 20th, the market's going to drop. So check this out. This is the 20th right here. Oh, I can't do it without. Hold on, let me switch to my chart because this chart has all those things on it. So yeah, using trading view is pretty cool too. The fact that you could do that. But so yeah, this is my chart, right? And then this is the 20th right here. Right here. See, that's the 20th. So, and I'll show you the proof right here. So go to seasonals, come down here. Um, seasonals. Where do I go again? Yeah, right here, seasonal report. So it tells you right here, but if you want more details, tells you right here. And if you want more details, it tells you right here. But if you want the most details, here's the calendar right here. 20th, 21st, 24th. 20th, 21st, 24th. So you guys see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see it.
So from following, and mind you, he's not a psychic. How did he know? Well, all we do is we go to the seasonal data, and it tells you when to expect it. So like the seasonal data, the seasonals, you don't, it's not like 100% like, oh, this is exactly how it's going to happen, but it's a guideline that tells you if you want to buy, here's the best time to try to buy. If you want to sell, here's the best time to try to sell. They're right here. Seasonals. So right here, I can even pick post-election years, and then I can go up to 15 years out, and it would show me the price tendencies of the last 15 years of what the market does. The red line is what the market's been doing. It's crazy how now it's fitting right into the seasonals, right? Like it basically, you see, so I knew on the 24th, matter of fact, I knew from the 19th that we're gonna get some weakness, right? So all I did was I positioned myself to take advantage because I knew that seasonally we're coming to a seasonal top. And after the 19th, as you can see, after the 19th, what happened? The seasonals were spot on. And furthermore, if you follow the seasonals, so the main thing is like this is not gonna always be spot on, but when it is, you definitely need to pay attention. So guess what was next? We're gonna do a little pop. And lo and behold, today we did, well, we're trying to pop. So we look like we're probably gonna do a little pop. You know what I mean? But then, it might go a little back and forth and then do a bigger pop. But then after March 15th, around March 15th, expect weakness where you can catch a bigger drop. And then March 25th, this is going to be around where I see the market bottoming, where you want to buy and you can hold till May. Or no, actually till, yeah, May, the end of May. That makes sense to you guys? And then from there,
Yep.
we're gonna expect weakness down to June. Now the main thing about this is that it's just that just about every year this happens. You just don't be paying attention. Every year, almost the same thing happens in the market. Every Thanksgiving, I'm very thankful because the same thing happens. The last three Thanksgivings. You know what I mean? Or is it Thanksgiving 20? Yeah, so every day on Thanksgiving, I catch a pop. The last 3 years that I can remember doing it. Because I know that before Thanksgiving, I don't know why, there's some sort of pop. But this is the oldest, but also one of the most consistent strategies. Now it's on you to realize that this is just one piece. There's going to be times where the market is not following this, and you have to know better. But then you have to pay attention when it goes back in sync with the market. So between the open interest, right, and I also use rotations. That's another thing. Like I'll go over here. So I use a couple of tools. Stock charts. There's somebody trying to get in. Oh, they're in there. All right. Yeah, so you go come over to rotations right here, RRG chart. Here you can look at the whole S&P. So, but like I said, you got to know when to ignore this too. But it is an extra tool where you can find. I'm like, what is? Oh, this is on the weekly. Interesting. All these things are moving and improving on the weekly. And then I'm looking at what's over here. What's weakening? XLY. It's consumer discretionary. But I would go on a small time frame than weekly. I would really go to like the 60 minutes to find out what's happening more recently. But I still take a look at the bigger time frames to see like how are things moving, you know? So let's say I go to the daily. So daily, and then the thing is you move this around and then this the benchmark because all it is it compares to S&P 500 and it shows you what's leading, what's weakening, what's lagging, what's improving, and then you can see like different rotation. What you really want to look for is more circular motion. That's more outside. That can give you more edge. But if I look to the 60 to find out what's happening in the next say 2 to 3 days when I look, but what I'm looking for is looking for certain sectors to group up and start rotating together. So I'm looking at XLP, like right here, like can I annotate? Yeah, like right here, XLP, right? XLP is a defensive sector, so is real estate, and so is healthcare. Three defensive sectors that's rotating from weakening to maybe going to lagging, right? Like, because you can see the trajectory. Like, it's probably going to come over here. So it's probably going to go up. Is that fair to say? Yeah, does that make sense to you guys? So
Yeah, that does. Sorry, I was trying to mute myself.
but the hard thing is timing it because you want to see this cross over here first and start rotating into here because this is really the golden zone right here. But I'm not saying you can't catch it early, but based off the speed and the trajectory, we might be able to. But the main thing is, all right, now we have some ideas. We need to go check them out, you know? So for example, I like XLP. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look at so as XLP is consumer staples. I'm going to look at all right, what's the best consumer staples stocks? Like, what did I just do? Yeah, what's the best consumer staples stocks? So go to over here, and I'll go to XLP Because notice over here, down here, it shows you which one's the leader, which one's the weakening, the lagging, and improving from the different colors. So you go to XLP. Now inside of the sector, I want to know who's the champion of XLP. Because it's like if I'm playing the Lakers, I don't want to I want to bet on LeBron. I don't want to bet on Bronny. Does that make sense? I want to bet on the sure champion than to take a chance. So what I'm looking for is which sectors is crossing into probably should, you know, I could look at it, but the main thing is look for like which sectors is, I mean, which stocks, because I'm already inside a sector, so which stocks is going like in here, you know, or on its way there, and then which stocks going over here. So right here, I see WBA. So to me, it's looking like it was leading. It's looking like it might go to its weakening. So if I want to look for puts, I might consider WBA. So for example, what I would do is, okay, I would go to the charts and I would type in WBA. It's because I need to see, okay, now at this point, I got something to bring me to the charts, but does the chart even make sense? And then even beyond that, I gotta see, do their options even make sense? All right, their chart makes sense. Why does the chart make sense? Because you see how right here, like it was coming down and this was the resistance. It couldn't get past that line. And then what happened? It shitted on that line. So after that, it came down. That's even better. And then now it's still moving strong. And then now what is it doing? This is what you call an inside day. I'll still call it inside day. Even though the high broke the previous day high, it still closed inside of the previous day's range. So let me draw a line. So it's inside of the high and low of Tuesday. So now if it really wants to break above it, I would maybe look for a play. But now this is Walgreens, WBA. All right. So, but at the same time, it could also break to the bottom. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna be put on alert and wait for it to break aside. I might even bring this into the body and really see, like, wait for it to break aside to know which direction it really wants to go. That make sense? But based off the rotations, it's leading, but it might be weakening. It might, like, mind you, these don't always make perfect circles. Like, if you look, it's not always a perfect circle. Sometimes it goes back and forth, but you can see how things are rotating. So Walgreens in my head, Walgreens might come down, even though it's looking strong on the chart. I'll be like, all right, Walgreens is something worth looking at, you know? And depending on what XLP wants to do, I could look at Walgreens, but because it's going a little weakening, I might be like, all right, let me look at something that has a better rotation already. You know, like this DG or this MNST. You see how it's starting to curl in? MNST. Let me see how it's been rotating. So I can click on it. MNST in the red. Where is it? MNST. Monster. Oh, that's Monster. Okay. So let's see how has Monster been rotating. So you see Monster. Yeah, it's been leading, weakening. So it's not necessarily always moving in a perfect circle, but it does look like it might go into improving. You know what I mean? So let me look that up. MNST. MNST. All right, I like this setup much better. It's already discounted, and I like this wick right here. So this one has a lot of potential for real, for real. This could be a real trade idea, just from everything that led me to this point. So if I go over here and I make a little curve. So this right here, uh, no, I'm trying to make an ellipse actually. Let me redo that. Hold on. What's the ellipse one? Right here. So this curve right here, let me make this yellow on the inside or something. There we go. There we go. So we got about 10 minutes. All right. So this curve right here, that shows you there's some buyers that are present. Because remember, if every candle tells you a story. One, this gap down, right? After a strong day, which means there were some buyers, right? you come down now to the area where the buyer's starting getting heavy. You can draw this little zone right here. This is where the buying pressure, it broke through the zone, but notice that it did hold up and it responded. It came back up into it. So at one point, look at it like this. It opened up at 51.77. It went up, made a high at 51.99. It came all the way down, made a low at 51.10 to close at 51.65, which is close to where it opened at. So it basically closed near the highs. So that shows you the momentum has finished up. You know what I mean? Going the hourly. You can see more of a story. You can see, okay, this level is holding. So you can make a plan. You might be like, all right, if it comes down to the middle of this level, you might buy. You might be like, I mean, clone. If it comes in the middle in here, like it can come a little lower, but as long as it stays above this tip right here and it holds, that could be a signal for you to buy. So this could be a really good trade right here. But now the only thing is we have honestly, before you even do the chart, we should look at the options first because some options not even worth looking at. And then some stocks don't really have options. MNST, MNST. I hope they do because this could be a great trade for us. And you guys seen it live. Yep, they got good options. So right here, 52. So first thing first, choose the expiration date. So I'm looking at these expiration date. These ones have a higher implied volatility. See how this one's 130%, this one's 65%, and then these drop off on a percentage. But the further you go away, the more it drops out. But the further you go away, the less money you make, but the more safety you have. So you kind of want to find a good balance. So I would recommend maybe doing next week to be a little safe, right? But you could also be risky and do this week if it's ready to go right now. So I'm gonna look at both of them, right? So the 52, so notice this, everything in blue is in the money, and even everything in purple is in the money, everything in black is out the money. So so these, if I want to buy the $52 call for next week, it will cost me 178. So I'm gonna buy it on demo, right? So, and then if I want to buy for this week, at the money is gonna be basically 170. Wow, it's about the same price. I thought it would have been a lot cheaper. Oh yeah, but notice how it's the same price because the implied volatility is a lot higher, which means that they're realizing that this can move a lot, and that's why they're charging more. So which is smart. So check this out. Look, check this out. Here, we just found a play, just doing the whole process of and then we can look at the open interest. So you want to do all this to really make yourself confident in the play. So what do we see? What do we have here? This week. So notice the open interest is small, but notice 48. You see how 48 was a big put wall at 4,900 contracts of $48 puts. So you look, where did we reject off? So we reject off 51. So 48 is really all the way down here. 48. 49, 48. So notice from back here, this became a strong level that price took off from, you could say. But the puts are basically building that support. If it ever goes down there, it probably would bounce. So yeah, so we look at that. So now when it comes to these, remember the monthly expirations. So you always want to look at the monthlies because they're gonna have the biggest volume, the highest number of open interest. So notice on the monthlies, $50 call is the support, and the resistance is where at 52.50. So if this was going to take off, 52.50 is right here, and that could be the next level. If it wants to take off, 52.50, take profit before then. You know what I mean? That's your take profit. You could even do this little wick right here. Like just to alert you a little early and to not be greedy, take profit. You know what I mean? Like look at these levels and just plot on it. So now it's about finding an entry, but a trade, if you get a trade from here, even up to here, you can already double your money. So this is how Trey's set up, and if you will watch this, we continue to watch it, we could find a good play on this and potentially do well. Because I already looked at the season now. No, I didn't look at the season now. I looked at the option chain, right? But notice you gotta look at the amount. So it's 3,000 open interest versus this one 3,500. So then if you go to the option, the seasonality for this one, let's look at it. MNST. Let's do 15 years. I don't do more than 15 years. Hmm. You guys see this? Hmm. Anybody else seen this? Tell me
I mean, I
what
said
what do you see?
it dropped.
Yeah, but what do you see do you see how it's telling you the date that something's gonna happen? Something might happen?
Yeah, yeah.
So if I want to get in around the 28th, could be a good time. What's today's date? The 26th.
26.
Hmm.
That's Friday.
So watch this like a hawk, because this might be ready.
Might be ready to what, go up or down?
Go up. Because we remember from this right here, this is giving us direction, right? It's going from lagging to improving. You see
Okay.
how it's like it's curving? You see
Yeah,
how
yeah, I
it's
see.
moving? Yeah. So most likely, right? Like it's right there. It has to improve, right? It's like right there. Like don't get me wrong, it can go there, it can go there and then turn right back around. But from where it is right now, you add this together, you add season that this together, and then you add this together with the walls, with the open interest. Was it MNST? This is a play I'm gonna let people know about to watch. I'm basically doing what he's doing. You see what I'm saying?
Well, you
So
put the 21st though.
for expiration. Oh no no.
Yeah.
So yeah
I
yeah
thought
yeah.
you said on the
So, yeah.
20.
So all right. So when it comes to open interest, right? Because we're looking at the highest number of calls and puts. It's gonna be on the monthlies because they have the highest volume. Look how this one has what 3,500. But if you go on this week, sometimes you get anomalies. Like this is an anomaly right here. But look at all the others. You see what I'm saying? Other than this one right here, all the others are at 1,000. You go to the next week after that. It's good to look at every week to see if any weeks stand out. But you see, they don't really stand out. You know what I mean? It's really that monthly that has enough volume for you to because wherever you see lopsidedness, the market makers are going to try to correct it. So that gives you a bias onto which direction, which ways it might go. But I got like a minute left, just so y'all know. I'll be on Discord for the other rest of the time. But I went through all these things, and then I went to here, right? And then I went to the option chain. But I would say I would say it probably make more sense to go to option chain first because I could have done all this work and they don't even have options. You know what I mean? So before I get really into it, I'm like, so now I'm gonna watch it. What if it wants to go lower, that's fine. I'm just gonna watch it. But if it starts to go higher and starts to bounce, starts to hold the momentum, or even chopping the zone, I'm gonna get in. So I'm patiently waiting to see what it wants to do, but it's already hinting at what it wants to do. You know what I mean? So I got less than a minute. So like, yeah, I could definitely check me out on Discord, and I'll probably put up the recording. But definitely, thanks for tapping in, y'all. We got to play for y'all.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
I
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
No
I'm
doubt.
gonna come over there to the Discord.
And watch it. And for smaller accounts, I'll look for like cheaper plays, but this could be a good one. Could be a big one.
Show, show. All
Hmm.
right, I'm gonna transfer over to the Discord
I bet. Uh,
while I get my food together.
What'd you say?
I was saying I'm cooking right now, so while I'm cooking, I'm doing
Why
class.
you